in our conditioned state, meaning in our identity as a personal self living in an external world, we are perceiving objects and forms and we are seeking them, and we are defining ourselves via our feelings and our emotions. When we have a good perception, a happy perception, we feel happy. When there is a stormy perception, we feel unhappy. And it will continue to do so. This is how it is at that level, at the level of the mind. So when we are contemplating our experience, we are coming to a different understanding than the understanding of good and bad. This is good and that is bad. We are coming to a different understanding, to a different revelation, which is there is a happiness, there is a peace, there is a reality that does not place conditions, that does not make requests and requirements from the world or from the body or the mind. And this reality is referred to the true I. There is only one I. And this I, which is the self, the I that perceives right now the reality of perception, has no conditions, is not in the world, is not journeying, is not traveling from point A to point B, is not losing or gaining. Losing and gaining, loss and gain are images, ideas, and sensations that are interpreted that way from the conditioned mind perspective, that is holding on, and via this holding on, it's identifying itself as somebody. But when there is no holding on, like in deep sleep, are you somebody? In this moment, are you somebody? Are you somebody? Someone? As soon as you say yes, you've just basically said yes. You've accepted to define yourself according to thought and according to feelings. And that's your freedom. You can define yourself as somebody. Yes, I am somebody, and such and such is my name, and such is my history. And this morning, this and that happened to me, and yesterday, this and that happened to me, and I'm hoping tomorrow, this and that will happen to me. Okay. That's your freedom to define yourself this way. But it's not your happiness. That is for sure. So what happens when I, for a moment, decide to remain unknowing, to remain transparent, to remain as is? We may experience some emotions, some bodily sensations, some feelings. Is it possible to be still, to remain silent, to remain as complete presence to what is arising? It makes sense because it is arising. If you try to run away from what is arising, where would you go? Can you run away from the weather? Can you? Can you move away from what is? You can't. But can you stay without defining what is? You may ask, Well, no, I can't, because the mind, these thoughts are arising and they're defining me and they're defining what is, which is understandable. It's a good point. But can you also notice that there is something that is not defined, that perceives all these definitions, that perceives thoughts, that perceives meditations, that perceives sensations, that right now is perceiving this perception, and that is. And this isness is not something that is perceived. Just to recognize that there is also that. We're not creating it. We're not creating some idea. We're just noticing that, in fact, there is also this still presence, this silent, still knowingness, this silent, still awareness. It is there. Just to notice that and to recognize that, yeah, there is that too. And that does not come and go. Whenever you look for it, it is there. Whenever you look for presence, whenever you look for awareness, it's there.